I see.
Don't go fishing. Allow the fishes some kind of what? Rest to grow. If you go fishing, it will. It's kind of common sense. If you go fishing, it will come to a time that all that you are harvesting are little fishes.
Right.
So you need what? A time off that the fish will what?
Can grow,
multiply. And multiply.
Right.
So he does that, comes back and informs everybody, you can go fishing.
Okay.
During that time, he also demands from the ancestors, from the deities of the land,
right,
especially the god of the sea,
right,
appeals to this god every now and then, pouring libation,
sure,
saying, we need more harvest, we need fish.
Okay.
To sell, to provide for our families. The same things applies. We have Ulache, then what was Akwafoche.
Okay.
Akwafoche is also the chief of the farm.
All right.
Controls all their farms, allocation of land to farmers, and he tries to help the farmers to grow. So all the affairs of farming, when to go hunting and everything, he controls it.
Right.
So he also goes and say, no farming. This is a period where we have to sit down and contemplate. And to find what? Various ways,
right,
of farming. You cannot be doing the same thing all the time.
All the time.
You need what? A time to pause, to take stock, and come up with ideas of farming. So it's also a period where farmers are supposed to what? To go and take stock.
Right.
To meditate. And to ask Asasiya.
Okay.
Asasiya is a god, the supreme god of the land, to bless the land. And let rain even fall on the land, that the land will become what? Fruitful.
Right.
And as we human become fruitful and replenish the earth, so shall the earth also what? Bring us more to replenish ourselves.
Right.
So this is the divine.
Okay.
It's so divine. In the life of Ghanaians, and everybody
right,
in the land is supposed to adhere to these rules and regulations. Or else, when you violate it, guess what happens? The chief is going to summon somebody,
right,
to come to your house and come before him,
right,
before it's caught. And normally, guess what? When people are summoned, they come. If you don't come, then you'll be compelled by other means to come before the king for disobedience. And you're going to be punished for disobedience. It's so divine. And this is what is happening right now in Accra.
Right.
And we as Ghanaians believe that these things have got some values.
Right.
Which needs to be what? Adhered to.
Sure.
Because it helps a nation to grow.
Sure.
Now all over America, and even not over America alone, all across the world, there is something called conservation.
Right, right. Environmental protection.
Environmental protection.
Right.
So look back. We've been doing this before even. Yes.
Others caught up to it.
Yes. We've been doing this before these things came to. Conservation. Let the animals be there. Give them a break.
Right.
Before you go in back there again. That they may grow, preserve the land. What is all the, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this.
No,
there's nothing wrong with this at all.
No, there's actually something great about it.
Yeah.
There's something great about it and sacred about it.
Sacred.
These are Koli, the Koli priests.
Yes.
And the prayers that he conducts during Homo War. He sometimes, or is it sometimes, all the time, use palm leaves. What is the significance of the palm leaves in Ghana tradition?
In Ghana tradition, There is a saying which goes this way. The palm leaf tree says, which we call tencho.
Tencho, okay.
In Ghana, it says, when all the trees gives off its leaves or shares off its leaves,
right.
my leaves I don't share. My leaves stays
There you go.
until eternity. So, then, which is a palm tree, it's a leaf of authority
Right,
and strength,
right.
power.
Power.
We use it for purification rites.
Okay.
And this could also be seen in biblical writing
Right.
when the Bible talks about the Master Jesus
Right.
on the back of
The donkey.
the donkey with what? Palm leaves in everybody's hand. Authority, glory, power.
Right.
That is what the palm leaf is.
I see.
Yes.
During the celebration, when the farmers and fishermen are told not to go to sea, you just touched on that a little bit. But if a fisherman decides he's going to go to sea and goes to encounter a problem, is that directly related to the ban, or it is just a coincidence?
Well, it could be seen as a natural coincidence,
Right.
or a natural disaster.
Okay.
At the other side of the coin, it could be seen
Right.
as the gods or the mighty deity of the land saying,
Right.
no, you can't do that. As if people see it as a form of what? Punishment.
Punishment. Right.
It could be true. Because you see, when we agree in consciousness
Right.
to do something divine, and one person gets out of and do the opposite,
Sit.
our force pull the person back.
Right.
Our natural force is going to what? Turn everything against the person.
True.
Because first of all, the Ghana people, this is the Ulachi going to say, we don't have to go to sea.
Right.
Let us pause and wait. So we have what? The collective agreement. These are souls coming together, saying, let us observe this.
Right.
And you, one person, says no,
Right.
no. Our collective force will just
Pull you back.
pull you back.
Right. Or at least, give you some kind of reaction
Exactly.
so that.
And this has been happening in life all the time. All that we see this thing happening in life.
Right.
You see? And sometimes, do you know what happens? Because you know you're doing the wrong thing, subconsciously, you know you're doing the wrong thing.
Right. You can't even paddle the
You
canoe.
can't even paddle it exactly. Because like you're doing the wrong thing and you're looking at your back.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah, you're not doing the right thing.
Yes. So even your conscience alone.
Can make you capsize.
Exactly.
Now, hooting
Hunger.
hunger. As I indicated earlier,
Okay.
the similarities between your tradition and mine. Mine is called Bakauko,
Okay.
worshippers of obelisks. That is my tradition. The Fafa people, the Gurusi
The Gusi.
people, that is our tradition. Bakauko, worshippers of obelisks. Now, when we are performing a funeral, we say, let's hoot death. And you say, let's hoot hunger. But see the similarities? But how do you hoot hunger, something that doesn't have a life force? Can you?
That's interesting. Yeah, this is an interesting question. Hoot hunger. First of all, what is hunger?
Right.
Hunger is a negative word, effect of life.
Right.
To go hungry or starving, it's not pleasant for somebody to be starving or going hungry. No.
No, it is not pleasant.
It is not pleasant. So, like somebody said, one of the old and wise men said something. It's a crime to be poor.
Right.
So it is it's a crime to be what? To go starving,
right.
to go hungry. So you have to hoot at it and say, listen, once you came to my life,
right.
thou force of anger, you brought me pain. You brought me an undesirable what? Influence.
Right.
Which I don't like. Now is my harvest time. Go away, go away, go away, and never come back again.
Just leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Right.
And never come into my inheritance to inherit me again.
I see.
Looking forward and looking but not looking back.
Right. Can you enlighten us on the 12th day of the prayers by the Koli priest?
Yes. You see, there are certain prayers which the Wulomoy,
right,
or the chief priest,
okay,
offered during certain times,
right,
or certain rituals.
Okay.
What you're talking about now, what you're talking about is now Koli, the day Aboyos, the mighty deities Wolomon, going to the riverside,
right,
and performing the ceremony like Ebule Koli.
Okay. Ebule Koli.
Yes. Ebule Koli. In other words, when you go and plant, you do what? You harvest.
Right.
Abule Koli is what? The harvesting of what? Fishes.
Okay.
After they've seized everybody from what? From going to fishing.
Okay.
So he goes back and what? And offer his prayers and a small harvest to fish.
Okay.
And normally, these prayers are sacred.
Okay.
And they are always uttered only when such ceremonies are being performed.
I see.
So you see something like Awo, Awo, Nyawo John, Nyawo Konkron, Onobusu Chombo Yobi, now call it Aboyo. Alright?
Right.
These are what? Adoration. Adoring the force, the deity. Acknowledging his presence, adoring him.
Right.
To bring us plenty. And to bring blessing to the land. Now, in the Ghana tradition,
right,
we have three principal Wulomoy.
Okay.
Who are the mouthpiece of the great mighty deities.
I see.
Nai
Okay.
is a chief.
Okay.
Then comes Sakumo, Otu.
Okay.
Then comes Nakoli,
Right.
Dede, Abuyo.
Okay.
These are the three main deities
Right.
of the Gamashi. Now we have other deities.
Right.
And these are deities, we call it family deities, from the kind of family which you came from, all deities from a clan.
Right.
And Nai